Brand building is also going to be a very important piece for law firms in 2025. So brand building to me doesn't necessarily mean so much focused on the positioning, the wordsmithing. I think some of that, I think that's important, but really what I'm talking about is digital brand building. So for me, this means being everywhere on the internet. In addition to evaluating your website and your presence based on the link profile, your website's authority, they're also looking across the internet for other signals. They want other kind of independent signals that verify, okay, you're a person of importance, or you are an entity that is not just siloed in this one area, because that is the biggest way that they have figured out to clamp down on these content mills, is that when you create a website with 10,000 pages, you have no real experience in like the legal field, but you're creating all this content and it looks good enough, right? How do they know that that's not as good as a actual law firm? They've figured out that these niche content websites where it's somebody at the computer building these out, they don't really have a real brand. They are not on Facebook. They're not on YouTube. They don't have a Google business profile. All of these things are going into kind of another authority metric or matrix that is affirming the link building that's going on the website. So it's really hard to fake this. You can, but it's beyond what a lot of people are willing to do. And so I predict that there will be an increase in the importance of signal producing platforms like YouTube. So Google owns YouTube. It makes a ton of sense that they would be looking at this platform to see whether or not you also have a presence there, whether or not you're actively creating content. And so one of the big shifts we're going to make as a business in 2025 is certainly continuing to push SEO hard, but we're going to think about where else can we build digital real estate for ourselves and for our clients. The final prediction I have for 2025 is that pay-per-click prices are going to absolutely skyrocket for law firms. So we need to be thinking about what are some of the strategies that we can use to replace this historically low cost, high quality traffic coming to the website. So why is this happening, and why do I think it's going to happen? The biggest thing out of this whole podcast that I want you to pay attention to is Google's AI overviews and the introduction of AI in these search results. The reason why this is so important is that lawyers have historically developed topical authority on their website by creating a ton of content that is focused on their practice areas. It's going to be beyond just their practice pages. They're creating content about guides to misdemeanors or accidents and all sorts of this stuff. That has been a kind of a secret weapon for a lot of law firms, because these pages don't produce a high proportion of leads, of high quality leads, but they do produce leads, somewhere like 10-15% from what we've seen, compared to what we would call like money pages or target pages, which are more transactional in nature. It's going to be somebody searching auto accident lawyer near me, best bankruptcy lawyer in Tupelo. Those are your transactional searches where Google is not doing their AI overviews. But then you get to something like, what are the penalties for a misdemeanor in Alabama? Those have historically been served by law firms writing about that content, and they get that traffic and ultimately can get leads from that. Now with Google doing the AI overviews, they're basically replacing you. They are basically putting themselves above you, summarizing your content and allowing the person not to even have to go to the website. And so previously, you at least had the opportunity to try and convert that person by getting them on your website, finding the information they know, and thinking, yeah, maybe I should reach out for a consultation, or at least ask for some more information. They have effectively removed your ability to do that. Now, we are seeing that since the beginning of this, the rollout of the AI overviews, they're now shifting to where they're actually citing people in those AI overviews, and so maybe it's helping. It's getting a little bit of information or a little bit of your placement back, but still, if people get their question answered, which I think Google's trying to do, probably not going to go onto your website. And so we think that's going to have, a solid impact on your ability to get traffic, do things like retargeting, and ultimately with the lead volume, it's going to take a hit. And so you should start thinking about some strategies to reproduce that low cost or no cost traffic. And we have some strategies we're already cooking up to deal with this. And if you want to hear more about those, please give me a shout, Patrick at goconstellation.com, or you can go to our website, goconstellation.com. We'll be happy to talk about these, which we're not releasing publicly because we want to give our clients every advantage possible. But we are thinking about this gigantic shift. And one of the things we're going to cover over the next few weeks is the new search engines from OpenAI, Perplexity, how there is, for the first time, a real shift in potential user behavior for how they go out and search for information, where they're searching for it. And we are going to be on top of that. We are going to lead, where other law firm marketing agencies are going to kind of stand pat on what they've been doing for the last 5-10 years, because this is a seismic shift. And if you don't take advantage of it or don't stay on the front foot with this, you're going to get left behind. The other thing to keep in mind here is that you want to start testing alternative platforms for pay-per-click. You're going to have to change from just a single shot, bottom of the funnel type advertising campaign to including that, where I think it's still going to be important and super valuable. But I think you're going to have to start playing around with other platforms where people are going to get these questions answered that you were previously getting traffic from. And so think about other ways that you can recreate this traffic, but you're probably going to have to pay for it by utilizing platforms like Reddit or TikTok or other areas like YouTube, where people are going to get this deep information about the topics that you are the expert on. So a lot has changed, but I think the core thing to remember here is that if you continue to do SEO the right way, which is building links in a measured process or at a measured frequency from good sources, and you create content on your website that is of high quality, that really tries to help the end user, you are going to continue to see benefit. Of course, there's always a lot that goes into this and a ton of details that we're going to kind of integrate and test as we move into the new year. But if you are just someone who is wanting to, do it yourself and create good content for your website and get some traffic through there, just keep doing the basics, right? Keep creating good content, update it frequently as much as possible. When there are updates, or you can think of better ways to improve it, just think about it as this ongoing project that you want to dedicate some time to every single month, and you're going to be in a lot better shape than 90% of other law firms out there. That's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Optimized Law Firm podcast. And if you need any help, guidance, ideas for your own law firm, please hit me up. GoConstellation.com. I'd be more than happy to help you out, because at the end of the day, this podcast and our business at Constellation Marketing is all about helping you build a more profitable and enjoyable law firm that you can take advantage of and not worry about where your next case is coming from. All right, thanks, and have a great day.